to Quinway coming to y'all with that instant analysis. We're gonna talk about the Toronto Raptors losing to the Miami Heat 121 to 111. 9-8 is what the Heat are now, and the Raptors they fall to 5-15. The Raptors actually was winning this game 21-20 by the end of the first quarter, and they also had a 40-38 second quarter, and then the second half started and it went the wrong way because of that third quarter where the Heat had a 38-23 third quarter, really locking up the Raptors' chances of winning this game. And they ultimately ended up winning that game because they couldn't really rebound after that type of quarter that the Heat had. And the Raptors did outscore the Heat 27-25 in the fourth quarter, but it was way too late. And it was already up by double figures throughout the entire fourth quarter for the most part. And you got to give credit to the Raptors for trying to score and try to figure it out and trying to adjust and adapt. But they just couldn't do it, and the Heat just continued to score and continued to play and continued to get some stops here and there. And they pulled it out, especially after that third quarter. Scotty Barnes look amazing offensively this year, and he's being able to rebound, and he's showing that he's an improved playmaker, and he's always been a decent playmaker anyway. But 24 points for him, one personal foul, 5 turnovers, and 1 block, 1 steal, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. So a triple-double for Scotty Barnes. He also had 1 offensive rebound out of that 10. 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 of 8 from 3, 8 of 15 from the field. He's doing push shots. He's athletic. He also can make mid-ranges and threes. It's nothing that Scotty Barnes really can't do. It's just how efficient can he do it each and every night is going to be the only question. The guy shows you that he has the body, he has the mind, he has the patience, he has the moves. It's just, can he stay healthy and can he do it consistently? Because he was already an all-star last year, showing you that he's one of the better players, and he's basically proven that this year too. Now we just got to consistently see it and see if he can take that step from all-star to superstar, and then he might be that player that can bring back the glory to the Raptors once they get more floor spacing and once they get more talent on his roster. But you have to make guys want to play with you. You have to earn the respect from guys when you play against them and guys that come in the future, even if it's through the draft or through free agency. And I think Scotty Barnes is making a mark and doing some really good things on the basketball court that guys are really respecting him, and I think that they can get them some guys that want to come play with them. Jakob Poeltl, 24 points, -2 and plus minus. He did have 6 personal fouls, so he fouled out. 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 assist, 10 rebounds, so 20 and 10 for Jakob. 4 of them was offensive, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. He only missed 1 shot. He was 10 of 11. That's good to see in 32 minutes. That's really a dominant game. In that type of, when you play that many minutes and you still fouled out and you still had those type of numbers, that's really good to see, and it's good to show you that he's still progressing. He used to be known mostly as a defender. Now he's showing you that he can put the ball in the basket too, which shows good growth. RJ Barrett, 25 points, -9 and plus minus 2 personal fouls, 6 turnovers, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 of was offensive, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 2 or 4 from 3, 10 of 18 from the field. He's just so physical and he's just so big and he's so strong that he just comes at you. And you can't really stop it because he's so clever and witty with how he handles the ball and how he chooses to get to the paint and how he chooses to be patient when he attacks. And RJ Barrett has really become something really good to see, this season. Abaji, 13 points, +2 and plus minus 1 personal foul, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive, 3 or 4 from the three-point line, 5 of 8 from the field. Jacoby Walter, 6 points, -12 and plus minus 2 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, or 2 from the three-point line, 3 of 8 from the field. Chris Boucher, 3 points, -12 and plus minus 2 personal foul, 2 turnovers, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. 1 of was offensive, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 of 5 from the field. Jamison Battle, 5 points, -10 and plus minus 1 personal foul, 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 of 5 from the field. And Jonathan Mobo, 7 points, -8 and plus minus. He did have 2 assists and 3 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive, 1 or 2 from the 3-point line, 3 or 6 from the field. Davion Mitchell came off the bench tonight. He only played 20 minutes, which was the most off the bench. Nobody on this team scored in double figures. Davion ended with 4 points, -4 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 3 assists, 1 rebound, all 1 from 3, 2 or 4 from the field. And Jamal Shade, 0 points, +5 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 3 assists. The rest of the field goal attempts and numbers wasn't there. He only played 7 minutes. It was hard to get those numbers. The rest of the guys didn't play. Either they was ruled out because of injury or it was a coach's decision. 43 of 80, 53% from the field, 11 of 29, 37% from 3, 14 of 17, 82% from the free throw line, 46 rebounds, 34 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, 8 turnovers, and 17 personal fouls, and 111 points. And then the Miami Heat, Duncan Robinson gets in double figures. He only had 10, +1 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. One of them's offensive, 2 of 9 from the 3-point line, 4 of 11 from the field. If Duncan Robinson ain't really knocking down his threes, even though he does take a high volume, he's not really doing much for you, and he proved that tonight. But just being a guy that you have to stay glued to is one of the reasons why you still give him an opportunity even when he's struggling. Haywood Highsmith, 6 points, +3 and plus minus, 5 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 2 of 6 from the 3-point line. Those his only field goal attempts, no free throws. Jimmy Butler had another great game, 26 points, +13 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 steals, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3, 8 of 14 from the field. Bam Adebayo, 14 points, 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 3 steals, 10 assists, so a double-double for him. Then when you add the 10 rebounds on top of that, that's a triple-double for Bam Adebayo. He got it in the last couple seconds with the air ball. He was able to grab it, and that gave him his triple-double. 2 of them was offensive rebounds out of that. All 1 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from 3, 6 of 16 from the field. Bam hasn't really been great offensively this entire season, and it's unfortunate because they really do need him to step it up a little bit. I like the fact that he is taking threes, and I like that he ain't taking a huge amount of threes. He's just capable of shooting it. He's capable of knocking it down, and that's all you really need to be as a threat sometimes, like I said about Duncan Robinson. But he did get a nice dunk to get his confidence back up, and he did do a lot of other things like screening, rebounding, passing, and really finding a way to be involved in the offense, even if it wasn't him primarily scoring, which is always good to see, but that's Bam game. And that's what he has done well, but he also showed that he can score. And I want to see a little bit more of that, especially when it comes to efficiency. 6 of 16 just not going to cut it. Tyler Hero, 23 points, +16 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 of 10 from 3, 8 of 18 from the field. He's a gunner. He's a shooter. He's going to find a way to get open. He's going to find a way to get separation. He has a quick release. He can knock down shots. He can handle the ball. He's really scoring decently this year. He's been a really good scorer the last couple years, and he's been continuing that into the season. Kevin Love, 8 points, +10 and plus minus, 2 turnovers, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, 3 of 6 from the field. He did a good job of spacing the floor tonight. Alec Burks, 2 points, -4 and plus minus, 2 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 2 from 3. Those is only attempts from the field. Terry Rozier got double figures, 12 points, +3 and plus minus, for personal foul, 2 turnovers, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive. Out of that 3, I should say, 4 of 7 from the 3-point line, 4 of 8 from the field for Terry Rozier. Jaime Jaquez Jr., 15 points, +6 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. 1 of them was offensive, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3, 6 and 9 from the field. Pelly Larson, 5 points, +2 and plus minus, 5 personal fouls, 1 rebound, and 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, 2 of 4 from the field. The rest of the guys did not play today. The coaches made that decision. 43 of 94, 45% from the field, 21 of 54, 38% from 3, 14 of 17, 82% from the free throw line, 33 rebounds, 32 assists, 10 steals, 0 blocks, 8 turnovers, and 19 personal fouls, and 121 points. The Heat actually looked it like they was rejuvenated tonight, and they played a different brand of basketball. It seemed like they was really scoring and really putting up some big numbers at the end of the game. And the Heat sometimes look like they can score a lot, and sometimes they look like they struggle to score and they struggle to find who has the hot hand. Today, the ball was moving, the ball was going, and they was converting on so many different shots, and they really looked like they was in their bag tonight as a team, and that's something that you don't always see about from the Miami Heat. Now, I know that they played the Raptors, and the Raptors ain't the greatest defensive team. They don't have the greatest weapons, but the perimeter players on the Raptors are big and strong, so it can be tough to score on them. It can be tough to get buckets on them physically. But when you're setting screens like these guys do and getting these guys open and they're able to knock them down, which they kind of did, kind of didn't. They did shoot above average from three as a team, so I guess they did it by committee. But the Heat, when they're playing like this, they're a tough team to beat. We all understand that. We all get that. But they just need to do it even more. I mean, you're only 9-8. Like, you didn't have the greatest start. You haven't been playing your best basketball, even defensively. Some of the players are playing great one day, okay another day, good the next day. You need guys to be trusted and dependable each and every night, because that's what you're paying them to do. You're paying these guys to perform. You paying these guys to figure it out, even when they're off the court. That's the purpose of being an athlete when it comes to basketball. And I feel like the Heat haven't really been up for a lot of games this year. It seems like they come into play, they come into hoop, but they haven't really been going out there really putting that effort in the activity like we're used to seeing. Like, this team is usually a bruiser team when they're going to bump and knock and screen and hit you and knock you around. And they haven't been that team. They just been a team that's just coming in. Let's see if this worked. Let's see if that worked. Let me see if you got it. See if you got it. And hopefully we win a game because of that reason. That's why they're not that good this year. But they're going to be good enough to make the playoffs. They're going to be a tough out like they always have been, because Eric Spoelstra is going to step it up and he's going to demand more. And, it's more space in playoff games. And it's one team you have to focus on, which means you can do stuff. And that's the coaches that's going to do the bulk of that for the preparation. And then you just got to do it on the court. So we all figured that out. We all got that. But they're going to be a tough team to beat when it comes playoff time. They're cruising right now in the regular season. And when you watch a game like this, it looks like night and day compared to what they did just the last couple of games before this. And the Heat got to get up for every game. Y'all got to play hard. Y'all got to want it. Y'all got to play well as a complete team if y'all really want to be respected as a contender this year. Because right now I look at them like, yeah, I can see why y'all be tough to beat, but I don't really see how y'all gonna win games when y'all offense is here today, going tomorrow, and then y'all defense is spotty. Kind of good enough to beat the good, the bad teams, not consistent enough to beat the great and the contender teams. And that's where the Heat falls at right now. They're good, they're respectable, they're tough, but if it's a 7-game series, do they have enough, and will they do enough to be able to beat 4 straight rounds? And that's been their biggest problem. Yeah, y'all can compete. Yeah, y'all can shoot. Y'all can score, but y'all don't do it enough. And that's been their Achilles heel and why they haven't been able to win the championship. They have enough shooting. They have enough spacing. They have enough in star play, but they just don't dominate the game enough. Bam is not dominating enough offensively. Jimmy dominates sometimes, and sometimes he disappears. Same with Duncan Robinson, same with Tyler Hero. And then you look at their numbers, like, yeah, you had a good season, but it wasn't an all-star season. You should be having an all-star season now. You should be one of the best players in the league now. And Jimmy Butler's career is a perfect example of that. You went from being a defender to being an all-star to being one of the top 10 players in the league. That showed that he bet on himself. Then he was able to get the contract that he wanted. He was able to get the individual success that he wanted. And he was able to get credit for getting the Heat to the finals twice. That's what the Heat are supposed to be riding off, that type of identity, because most of their players can relate to that. But they got stagnant and they got stuck to where they're at now. And they can't get better talent-wise unless they take gambles on people that's in the buyout season, because they just don't have enough talent to trade for. And if they can't trade for an upgrade, they trading for a downgrade, so it just don't make no sense to trade in general. And that's where the Heat have been the last 5 years. And like I said, if they're going to continue down this path, they don't really have another opportunity, to me, realistically, to be able to win a championship. They're just going out there competing for a check and not really competing for consistent success. It's unfortunate, but they had they high of they high. They reached the max potential that they can reach in a bubble. You can say they did it again against Denver, but Denver took care of them so easily. So nobody really was surprised that they lost to the Lakers. Nobody was really surprised that they lost to Denver, but that's their peak. Like, you have to beat the great teams, you have to beat the contenders too. And they just don't do that enough, and they just don't have enough talent to be able to do it consistently. And now they're just in the middle, and now they slowly fade into the bottom. And if Bam and Jimmy can't step it up and Tyler Hero can't evolve into an all-star, then they're not going to really be good enough to win the championship. They're just going to be good enough to make the playoffs. They're going to be a team you have to respect, and they're going to be a team that's going to make you pay if you don't. But if you ain't winning a championship, there's no point even making it to the playoffs sometimes, because that's most of the team's goal. And there's only going to be one team that's going to win it, and I just don't think the Heat is one of them teams anymore, and it's unfortunate. You get to the finals, you get close, you just can't get it done. Is a reason why. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. If you're new to the channel, I do NBA content only, and I also do conversation video just like this, but I also do breakdowns of legends, regular players, rookies, and stars, and future stars, because I still make content. If you love that type of content, check out my channel. Got over 2,000, almost 3K videos on my channel, so there's plenty for you to watch if you're new. And if you just became a subscriber, you don't know what I usually do, it's plenty of videos to get a glimpse of what I do actually do for this channel and for the content that I make on other platforms too. Starts on YouTube, then it goes to other platforms. Follow me on the platform you like the most, because the content is going to be about the same. But other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying y'all Thanksgiving and putting analysis as something that you want to do for Thanksgiving, because I seen the numbers. As long as you added analysis in that Thanksgiving, I'm happy. Just joking around, but it's nice that y'all want to spend some type of your day with Analysis Playground, and that's better than none. So on to Christmas, on to the rest of the holiday festivities, and on to the weekend. I will see you guys later on Saturday, hopefully with more analysis. 5 games on tonight. I would do all 5 of them, because that's basically what I do anyway every day, 5 to 6 of them, because most games ain't even worth talking about sometimes, or I just cover them because they was on a back-to-back. Not trying to be too redundant, not trying to give y'all the same teams over and over again, but I am trying to give y'all a mixture of every team in the league and give y'all updates as much as I can of how I feel about them and why they're succeeding and why they're failing, or what they can do and what they can't do. Constructive criticism is what the analyst is supposed to do, while also giving their own ideas to why they feel that particular way. And that's why I put facts, stats, and GMs and scouts and assistant coaches and player perspective and all these perspectives all rolled in one, and boom, you got analysis. And that's why it's so special, because it's so new and so fresh and so unique that it just feels special to hear something different. And that's what makes this channel special. You guys get it, you guys understand it, because that's why y'all a fan of the channel anyway. But more analysis hopefully later today.